So I've been getting a lot of questions to do a updated gym tour. So that's what we're going to go through today. We're going to go through the current gym tour of FitGrind. We've invested over $150,000 of equipment into this gym over the last 3 years. So let's go through the gym tour and just show you where we're at right now and just document the expansion of this gym. So let's go inside. Let's check everything out. Before we hop into the gym tour, guys, I do want to announce we're super pumped that our FitGrind greens are currently available. So you'll be watching this on Wednesday. They just launched today. They're currently available. So I promise you, these are going to be some of the best tasting greens that you've ever tried. It's a mixed berry flavor. And a lot of times people ask me, Jordan, why would I want to take greens powder? Anybody can benefit from taking greens. I'll ask you this question. Do you get 5 servings of leafy green vegetables every day? The answer is probably not. So drinking your FitGrind greens every single day, it's going to help you get the leafy green vegetables, the micronutrients that you need to take care of your immune system, your digestion, and just your overall health. So no matter what your goal is, your main goal should be health. So if you'd like to check these out, I'll leave the link to these down in the comments in the description below. Head over to FitGrind Formula. We appreciate the support of the brand. Give them a shot. Like I said, it's a mixed berry flavor, and I promise you, you're not going to regret it. You're going to love the flavor. It's going to be one of the best tasting green products that you've ever had. So when you're done watching the video, want to go check it out, head over to the link in the comments below. With that said, let's hop into the gym tour. So this is FitGrind. Me and my wife, Alyssa, started this gym just over 3 years ago. I'll show some clips on the screen of where we started. We literally had nothing in here. We were both personal trainers at the time. We were working for commercial gyms. COVID happened, and we decided to start our own gym. So we started with nothing, as you can see on the screen here. And we've just slowly added equipment over the course of the last 3 years. And why I also want to document this is because we do have plans for expansion out of the space in the near future. We currently have just under 2,500 square foot. I'll keep you guys updated on some of our plans moving forward for this gym. But we specialize in personal training, small group training, nutrition coaching, and then obviously we do online training and our supplements as well. So we've added a lot of things over the last 3 years. I just want to run you through the gym tour and just show you what we've done. So once you come in here, you see we have our kind of just member area where we have a bunch of cabinets for people to put their stuff. We move our podcast chairs and microphones off to the side when we're not using them, when we're not doing our weekly podcast. And then we'll do our podcast. Obviously, if you watched the Grind, Sleep, Repeat podcast before, we move our chairs over and we have the FitGrind logo, the supplements, and the clothing displayed there. So this is where we have everything all displayed. Have a whey protein, our electrolyte, our greens powder, and then shaker bottles, and obviously men's and women's apparel, both FitGrind apparel for the men's and women's line. After that, we're coming around, kind of have some conditioning pieces. The whole goal with the gym is to try and keep everything as much as we can around the perimeter. One of the big things that we're running into is we're just running out of space. You know, we have maximized a lot of the square footage in here. There's still a lot of stuff that we want to add, a lot of equipment and amenities and things to add that in this space we can't really fit. So that's why we're looking to expand and get more space in the near future. But currently we have 2 Echo bikes, 2 Concept 2 bike ergs. We have 2 other Echo bikes at our at our garage, at our house. And we have another Concept 2 bike erg. Just had to move those out of here because we didn't really have room for them. Because the whole thing with our small group training, or training people, is usually it's like 6 to 8 people. So we have a lot of multiples of equipment. So we have 4 bikes. So we can have 4 people going on over here. You'll see in a second, we have 4 rowers, 4 skiers. We have multiples of treadmills, just so we can have different stations for people to train when we're training multiple people at a time. And then obviously, as me and my wife are training throughout the day, we need multiple pieces of equipment to train our one-on-one personal training clients as well. So after that, coming over to the dumbbell section, we have 2 different types of dumbbells. We have the Rogue urethane dumbbells from 5 to 110. And then we have just some rubber hex head dumbbells that we have. There's 2 sets of every dumbbell, 5 to 50, and then 1 set of every dumbbell, 55 to 100, and the rubber hex head dumbbells. Just again, when you have 8 to 10 people in here, you have to have lots of different dumbbells, kettlebells, different pieces of equipment so that you have enough equipment for everybody. The benches that we have are the Rogue adjustable benches. If you're looking at like, man, I don't know, should I get an adjustable bench or what adjustable bench should I get? I'd highly recommend these benches. They're very nice. They're very durable. They're just, I love Rogue. So a lot of the equipment in our gym is Rogue. And I would highly recommend these benches if you're looking for. They're a little pricey. They're like $600, but you're going to buy this thing. It's going to last you forever. So highly recommend these. Start at 0, and then they can go all the way up to 85 degrees. Coming back around here, this is where we have some of the cables, and then we also have a lot of our supplements stored. So, currently we have our whey protein, our electrolytes. We're just launching our greens powder. We have some others coming up in the future. We kind of have them just tucked away in the corner over here where there's some empty space. In the future and expansion, we would have a designated area. That way it's not kind of just random over here, but this is where we store everything, and then all of our shipping supplies, boxes, all that stuff to get our products out to you guys. The lat pull down we have is the Rogue LP2 lat pull down. There's a 300-pound stack here. There's a high cable and a low cable, so you can do seated rows, you can do lat pull downs. And then we also have, and I haven't done a review of this one, I've done a lot of reviews of the equipment that we have in here. We also have the Rogue, I think it's a C21 cable. This one goes up to 250. This one, though, is a 2-to-1 ratio, so it's really only 125 pounds at the top. This one is a true 1-to-1 ratio, so 300 pounds is actually 300 pounds, but able to function up and down. Really nice knurled handle here, and you can just click it, move it up and down. There's also a place where you can do seated rows in there too as well. So if we're doing a group class and we have seated rows in the workout, we can have 2 people doing a station here. Moving along, we have, these are ones that we refurbished. We got them on Facebook Marketplace for $500. We replaced the vinyl, and then me and Alyssa painted them, and they actually probably need a little bit of repaint, but they're just older Cybex leg extension, leg curl machines, but they looked like they were from Planet Fitness before. We put some vinyl on them, repainted them, and now, they're in our space, and we're able to do leg extensions and leg curls with that. This is kind of like our miscellaneous area, and then we have a desk over here. We're not going to show that. It's super messy. Every gym always has a messy area. That's kind of our just bunch of crap over there, our bags and our food and supplements and all kinds of stuff there. So moving around the perimeter, we also have another cable. So this is one that we didn't start with in the beginning. We actually started most of our equipment we bought from Frey Fitness. I don't think we have really much in here that is still from Frey Fitness. We kind of updated and upgraded most of our equipment. In the beginning, I think when you're starting a business, you start with whatever you got. And then from there, you kind of upgrade as you're moving along. So I don't think there's anything wrong with buying budget items. We definitely did in the beginning. We tried to get the most amount of equipment that we could. Maybe it wasn't as high quality as like Free Motion or Rogue or Arsenal or other equipment that will show, but you start with whatever you got, and then you upgrade along the way. So this is one that we upgraded to. We had a Frey Fitness cable. It wasn't terrible. It would work maybe in more of a home gym setting, but then we upgraded to the Free Motion cable machine where it has oscillating arms. You can move them up and down, and just a really smooth pull. So fridge, got our speaker, got our clock, got some slant boards. I'll run through this one quick. We have an in-body machine. So this is one that we added as well. This is really good to track a client's progress, tracks muscle mass, body fat, water, and then is also able to calculate your basal metabolic rate, so we can give clients a specific amount of calories that they burn based on their own metabolism. Arnold poster, I've talked about this before. Last time I did a gym tour, I'll say it again. The Arnold poster was hanging in my parents' basement when I had a bunch of equipment in my parents' basement in high school, and I always said that it was going to hang in my gym. So that was one of the pieces that we put up. Super cool, just Arnold, and that's Mr. Olympia pose when he won, I think it was 1980, in that pose. So just super cool. Something to, a little tidbit there. Water fountains, men's bathroom, women's bathroom is on the other side. And then over here, again, is just a lot of storage for medicine balls, wall balls, some vests, all sorts of stuff like that. We have Rogue 45-degree back extension. Definitely a good one for the posterior chain. We have our rig. So this is a 14-foot Monster Light rig. Has 4 squat bench stations that you can use, has pull bars around. We even added a cross beam up top, and we put high rings and a rope, so you could do rope climbs if you wanted to. but again, it's something that we utilize a lot with personal training and then even with small group training, to have multiple squat stations and bench stations where you say you have 8 people, you can have 4 people over here doing this and 4 people over maybe by the dumbbells doing something else. In the middle here, we have all of our skiers and rowers. So we have 4 Concept 2 skiers, 4 Concept 2 rowers. Just a staple in our conditioning pieces that we'll use a lot, especially with warm-ups, and just doing a lot of conditioning intervals. No matter how you train, these are great pieces that you can add into your training program that are just going to add some conditioning, especially low-impact conditioning too as well. So coming around to the other corner, we have some plate storage over here, miscellaneous boxes, clamps. We have another dumbbell rack. So if you're over by the squat rack, these dumbbells go up to 50, and then we have kettlebells up to 80 pounds. Some more miscellaneous barbell storage. This whole line here is going to be our machines. So these are machines that we've added. We did not start with these. These are things that just added over time. We have a lot of others on our list that we'd like to add, but this is kind of what we have right now. So we have the Rogue GHD. We have the Booty Builder hip thrust. This is one that don't sleep on the hip thrust. If you're trying to develop a strong deadlift, or if you're trying to grow your glutes or just strengthen your posterior chain, this is a really good one to add to get hip extension in your program, and really just isolate the glutes. It's a really good one, even for guys and for girls. So we have a torque tank sled here, and then we have our Rogue leg press. This is one that was a beast. Actually, me and my wife moved this thing in our own. We have a 35-inch door here. So that's also a problem when we've been moving in equipment. So in our next space, we're definitely looking for garage doors, to be able to not have to fully disassemble things. We had to fully disassemble this, get it through the door, and then fully reassemble it back. But it has unilateral legs where you can disconnect the pin in the side here. You can do single leg at the same time. And a lot of people are like, well, you can do single leg with a regular leg press. It's a little bit different, and it really is a little bit more balanced to where it's really just single leg. This is by far one of the heaviest leg presses I've ever used. So you don't really need as much weight on this one. I think the sled by itself is 182 pounds. So really good piece that we use a lot in our leg training. The other piece that we've recently added is the Arsenal row machine. I freaking love this machine. It has oscillating hands where you can kind of just have freedom of range of motion. You can do, a neutral row. You can do an overhand row. You can do an underhand row. You can do one arm at a time. And then the seat adjusts really easy, front to back, up and down. One that is really awesome in our program and our training that we've been using lots. We have our whiteboard where we put our small group workouts up and just other stuff that we do. Rogue T-bar row, got some mats and some a battle rope. We don't really use that as much anymore. And then we also have 2 assault runners. So we used to have a true form trainer. That one's really hard to run on if you've never run on it before. It just really makes you run mechanically sound, and most people don't run mechanically sound. So we had 1 assault runner, 1 true form trainer. We got rid of the true form trainer, and then we bought another assault runner. Just in my opinion, I like the assault runner more. You can do sprints, you can do distance on it. It's really durable. It just is really great way to get some conditioning and some running in, especially living here in Nebraska, where in the winter, when it's snowy, it is harder to run outside. Easier to hop on this if it's really snowy outside, but we do typically run outside even if it's really snowy outside. So, and then the last thing, the flooring that we have is literally just 4x6 stall mats from Tractor Supply. You could go with different flooring options. I mean, just this alone, we spent over $5,000 on the flooring for just under 2,500 square foot. So flooring can really add up very quickly, can get very expensive. But these are just 4x6, 3/4 inch stall mats that we just laid down. They're 100 pounds each, and they haven't moved. We took like 2 or 3 days. My dad, Alyssa's dad, her brothers, and a couple other people helped us lay this down and made sure that we got everything straight. We offset, so we had nice straight lines, and it hasn't moved at all because once you get it locked up and you got it put in place, it just locks together like a puzzle, and it's not going to move on you. So if you're looking for a budget option and you don't want to spend $20,000 on flooring, this is a good option. Tractor Supply Co. 4x6. Just make sure that you get the 3/4 inch stall mats. So this is FitGrind. Like I said, we started this gym just over 3 years ago, and we've added a lot of equipment, over $150,000 worth of equipment. We've started our podcast. We've started our supplement line. We started the apparel line. And we're just continuing to grow and reinvest in this brand. Like I said, we have plans in the near future. We'll let you guys in on that soon, as things start to develop, but plans for expansion that we're really excited about to just take it to the next level, and just keep growing this brand and keep adding things. And that's one of the cool things about this is as you start to grow the brand and grow the community, every time you add something, every time you add something to the brand or to the gym or add another thing that you're doing, there's a lot of people that are excited about it. And I even know on YouTube, there's been people that I train online, people that support through our supplements. And we really appreciate that. And just really cool to see the power of social media, of what that can possibly do and the people that you can possibly reach. So thank you for every like, every comment, every subscription, every time you purchase one of the supplements or you purchase a new gym outfit from our FitGrind apparel. We appreciate the support, and we're just going to continue to keep adding to this gym and keep adding this brand. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you have questions on any of the equipment or comments, let me know in the comment section below. Love to help out any way that I can, give you recommendations or any sort of feedback. And like I said, go check out FitGrind Greens. I promise you're going to love them. They're an awesome mixed berry flavor. One of the best. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but one of the best greens products that I've ever tried. So give it a shot. Link is in the comment description below. We appreciate the support. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one.